Hey y'all, okay, we are back. I'm sorry I had a little bit of an interruption, but y'all, I'm telling you, we gonna get back into it, right? So I wanted to take another spin and just say that what we found out recently, we were just talking about it. We were talking about Bart coming into play, into the picture, and how they're lying about everything. So we do know that Bart is in college. Bart is, has been mentioned on ESPN, and Bart used to date Katie. Katie is now or was dating or kind of talking to Nolan, as far as I know, and it seemed like Bart, he didn't like that. He had some issues with that, evidently. They're teenage boys, right? So we found out that Bart, his name and just him being held from all of this chaos, and the reason why he's being held from all this chaos is because he is in college, he's trying to make it to the NFL, and on top of that, he was mentioned on ESPN, and he's trying to make it to the NFL, so they don't want to taint his taint his name, taint him as being unaliver, if y'all know what I mean. So y'all, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get back to it and play these videos. We're gonna do reaction to the videos on what in the world is going on with these updates and with this case, period. We know the DA has spoken out. We know that there has been like some experts coming in, giving their take on different things. We know Judge Moore has came in, and he has even given his take on the case. Even Judge Mathis. But Judge Mathis and them, they're saying, even Judge Moore was saying he hopes that there's an arrest this week. Because if you guys have not already heard, which I know a lot of you guys have already heard, there has been audio enhanced video, audio tape, let me say that, of the distress call from the tow company, that when they were out in the boat, Warren said that the boat was taking on water. So they called the boat tow so they can tow them out of the water. And the lady at the operator said, "Hey, do you want the Coast Guard?" He said no. They asked how many people were on the boat. He acted like he was hesitant to tell how many people were on the boat. Then they said how many people are living, and he acted like he didn't want to answer that question either. There was a lot of questions that this operator was asking while they were allegedly taking on water, saying that the bill pump or whatever was stopped working or whatever. It was a whole bunch of lies. But basically, what is the conclusion that I'm coming to, and this is my own personal opinion, that Bart was on the boat, Warren was on the boat, a whole bunch of people was on the boat, and then they got into a fight. Not Warren, but Bart and Nolan got into a fight. And then I believe that the fight basically entailed Bart kicking him in the back of his head. Because if y'all don't know, Bart, he is the kicker or whatever for the football team. And y'all, he's going to come out of his own mouth and say he's a kicker. His dad was a kicker, in football. So I believe they got into an altercation, the fight, and he probably kicked him in the back of his head, because the autopsy report had some damage in the back of Nolan's head. But y'all, we are going to get into it, and we're going to see what actually this guy, because he's pretty much telling on himself, Bart. He's telling on himself, and then we're going to go to Queen's channel, because Queen went and she showed the receipts of, showed the receipts of Bart being on the Coast Guard call. So he's all over the call. So we're going to go ahead and get into it, and and then we're going to get into it, and then see what's going on with this. So we're going to get into it, and Go ahead and see. There but been a bunch of lies. I know they're even trying to now come out with this thing saying that that Nolan was on some, like drugs. He was doing this, like trying to basically taint his image. Now it's like the rumors are coming out about Nolan, and I know that I don't have those receipts tonight, but y'all, I'm working on it. But y'all, let's continue and let's listen to Hype Plus TV and see what they have to say.
Hype Plus News, I'm John. The case of Nolan Wells has now hit another level of discussion after leaked official audio of his friends, who some consider were not his friends, emergency call to a Bozo company will begin circulating online.
Hey, we're the west tip of Horn, and our Doge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please tell me the membership? Stop keeping it. Shut the fuck up!
Now, what was shock listeners from the recorded audio was the commotion taking place in the background as the boat's driver, identified as Wyatt Pyram, spoke with the operator of Seatow while allegedly struggling with the boat. As reported, along with others, we appear to hear the word dead be used, along with something that sounds like Nolan, followed by a cry out of, "Oh my God," by a female passenger. Then a male voice saying, "Wake the F up," or "Shut the F up," and lastly, someone yelling out, "Damn it, Bart." Now, some have gone on to attempt to debunk a few of those claims being reported. So in this report, we will focus on the words that mainly everyone agrees to have heard, which is a woman yelling out, "Oh my God," and "Damn it, Bart." According to a recent interview by Warren Hudson, the self-proclaimed best friend of Nolan, and who was identified since the case's earliest reports, the leaked call would be made just as they were getting help to be told by their friend Bart Edmiston, which means that "Damn it, Bart" was more than likely directed towards Edmiston.
Yeah, TY says, did he say wake up or something else? Yeah, he said wake. I think he said wake the F up. Let me see. Let me go back. Because I think he was saying like wake the F up. They were saying, "Oh my God," like all kind of stuff.
Those claims being reported. So in this report, we will focus on the words that mainly everyone agrees to have heard, which is a woman yelling out, "Oh my God," and "Damn it, Bart." According to a recent interview by Warren Hudson, the self-proclaimed best friend of Nolan, and who was identified since the case's earliest reports, the leaked call would be made just as they were getting help to be told by their friend Bart Edmiston, which means that "Damn it, Bart" was...
And look at Bart. Bart is in his Pooh Shiesty mask. Bart is in the Pooh Shiesty mask. Y'all can tell anybody that wears a Pooh Shiesty mask, you can tell they are with the smoke. They are on that type of time. They're on the Metcalf twins, Austin and Hunter's type of time. And they said he is just like Austin and Hunter. And I remember them saying this like a week ago or so, that there's one boy out of their group that is terrible. And now that this is coming out, we find out that Bart is the one that they were scared of. They're all scared of Bart for some reason. But y'all, let's continue.
More than likely directed towards Edmiston, who happens to be a former student of Ocean Springs High School and a now collegiate athlete for the University of Wyoming as a starting punter. Now, upon research, it can even be confirmed that Bart and Wells were also former teammates, as seen here in this picture, shared on Ocean Springs High School's football Facebook page. Ironically, what appeared to be a very wholesome moment of them next to each other, talking to elementary students, no longer reflects the status of where Edmiston and Wells have now ended up today.
And see, let me turn the camera. And see, y'all, we could tell that they did possibly know each other. Well, they do know each other since they were younger. But these other two boys, Warren and Trayston, however you pronounce his name, they're saying that they were Nolan's best friends. But Nolan's mom is like, "I don't know you. You ain't my son's best friend." Let's be for real. Let's be honest. If you are a best friend, more than likely, you know your best friend's mom, dad, sisters, brothers, cousins, and family members, grandma, probably grandpa. But when you're just a friend, it's a different story. Because, people have a lot of friends. You got close friends. You got best friends. You got friends of friends. So it's a lot of different classes to friends, and certain ones as a best friend will constitute you meeting the mom and the dad automatically off the bat. But they're trying to even, on the interviews that I seen over the weekend, they are trying to go in on Nolan's mom and say, well, she's saying that she don't know us. Well, I don't think that his mom would have to lie about something so small and minute. If my child is, people are coming and saying that, oh, I'm so-and-so's best friend, and you know you ain't seen so-and-so, evidently so-and-so is not your child's best friend. But y'all, let's continue.
Being a victim of a mysterious death, and another accused of being
Hey,
behind.
Seeker, how are you? Welcome.
Those who feel Edmiston should be in question mainly comes from his aggressive tone when seemingly yelling out, "Shut the F up," or "Wake the F up," before someone yells out, "Damn Bart," which for those who feel that the audio reveals a possibly dying Nolan was on one of the boats or near the boats, falls perfectly into the timeline after the female passenger would yell, "Oh my God," in horror as if she witnessed something gruesome. Suspicions for some about Bart also center around the lack of mention of him by anyone during this entire case, as if he was purposely being hidden. So who is Bart Edmiston Jr.? According to research, he's 21 years of age and looks to have left Ocean Springs High School soon after.
Did y'all see the way he punted that football and kicked the football? Could y'all imagine? Because I do believe he's the one that had everything to do with Nolan's unaliving, him and Warren. They seemed like the nastiest ones out of the crew. And I don't even know all of them. I don't know all the ones in the crew. But I do believe that you are the one, Sir Bart. You're the reason why Nolan is no longer here. Allegedly, this is just my opinion. I mean, you were dating Katie, and now Katie has came into the picture. She was talking and I guess trying to maybe, I don't know, maybe had some dealings with Nolan that you didn't like, sir, and you got jealous. And then I believe because Ben Crump said in the back of Nolan's head, he had some type of damage back there. So I do believe that you punted and kicked him like he was a football. And I believe that you had everything to do, allegedly, with the unaliving of Nolan Wells. Is this why this is barely coming out? Because you do not want to lose your alleged, hold on, let me turn the camera. You don't want to come out and lose your possible NFL career. You know, you're on ESPN. They're talking about you on ESPN. So do y'all think that Warren and Trayson was trying to cover up that Bart wasn't on the boat? Because remember, Bart was trying to change his social media to say he was in Wisconsin or somewhere in Timbuktu. And then we heard him on the tape, so that puts him on that boat when we heard the boat tow call, right? So they are trying to protect Bart. But Bart, you're not an innocent bystander, sir. I don't know why you put your social media to a Timbuktu, because you were sure in that audio call, they were calling your name. Bart, Warren, Wyatt. They were calling all three of y'all's names. Now, are those the ringleaders of the crew? Because from what I've been told, Bart is a Metcalf, Austin, and Hunter Jr. or Senior. I don't know which one. I don't know who's winning the race. But they said he's a nasty little spoiled brat. He's nasty, very nasty. But y'all, let's continue.
He and young Wells were teammates in 2022 to continue his football career. He is noted for being one of Mississippi's best high school runners, followed by several awards.
Hold on. Seeker says, Seeker's laughing. Seeker said, I wonder if one of them will crack and confess. Seeker, I wonder too. Really and truly, what I think they should do is arrest all of them. Everybody that was on the boat, they should be arrested. And then once they arrest them, y'all know they're going to be in there singing soprano, alto, tenor, high voice, low voice, deep voice. They're going to be all singing. And somebody is going to break. Somebody's going to break, and they're going to tell, because they're going to say, look, all of y'all are going to jail for abating, abating and, basically trying to cover the situation. Now, if y'all don't tell me, look, they're going to be looking left and right, because it was a lot of boys. It was 3 boats worth of boys. My baby, hey, Jamil says surviving Bart. Yes, surviving Bart. They're going to look at them and say, look, all of y'all jokers that was in this boat, y'all know what happened to Nolan. Everybody's going to jail for life until y'all tell us who did it. Then maybe we will go ahead and let you guys go. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Hey, Daniel, welcome. Happy Tuesday. So I don't know. I think that's what they should do. My baby Jamil says, salute everyone in the chat. Smash the like button. Yeah, smash the like button, y'all. And if YouTube is playing with my emotions, I'm not going to stay on here too much longer. But let's continue and see if they try to send more people to my group. You know, I haven't been live in a long time. But y'all, let's continue. Let's turn it around. Let's continue.
In his time in junior college, to just as recent as last October, as we would make the Ray Guy Award Race 8 selection as one of the top 8 punters in the country with an average of 45.3 yards per punt. Back in 2022, Edmiston was named after the...
Do y'all see the way he's hitting that kicking that football? Could y'all imagine if he was the one that did this to Nolan? Could y'all imagine? That's where the damage came from. That's exactly where the damage came from Bart's foot. Was there a footprint in the back of Nolan's head? We need some answers. Secret says, why is Nolan the only one that ain't make it back alive? Shaking my head. They know something at the very least. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I seen this psychic lady. I'm not really into psychics, but I was like, let me see what she says. So I clicked on her channel, which I'm going to show y'all in a few. And she said that, she said that, I don't know how she connected. She lit a candle and was talking to, I guess, them in heaven or something. She was trying to say she was talking to Nolan. But she said that Nolan was saying that he was drugged and they put something in his drink. And that after that, I think that she said that he fell and hit his head or something. And then I think push him out. We're going to go over the video because I was just like listening, as I was doing stuff. So I was like, okay, I want to listen to see what she said. But y'all, anyway, his foot is very powerful. Very, very powerful. So I believe that he was the main one to do the unaliving. I do think Warren had something to do. And I also think that, what's his name? The other guy, Trayston. Y'all see Trayston? He was crying, hollering, and slinging snot over there on Race Batum Tatum's interview. He was crying, hollering, and slinging snot in his dirty clothes. But y'all, let's continue.
The week by Gulf Coast, Mississippi news outlet WXXV 25.
My dad, which is also Bart, I'm a junior, he kicked at the University of Florida, 1992-96. And then he's always wanted me to kick, and then I started it going into my 8th grade year. Last year, I was the only kicker on the roster, so I had to do everything by myself. I'm my own ball boy.
Seeker.
But now, I have a little brother. He came up, he's in 10th grade. He's a kicker and punter also. But now I make him do all my duties for me. I make him go fetch the balls. He's my ball boy now. Kind of mean, but it's brotherly love when I hit a good.
See, did you hear what he said? It's mean, but it's brotherly love. So you could tell that he is a little baby narc, a baby narcissist on the the come up, and he talks and treats his little baby brother mean. He just said it's love. Y'all, I'm telling you, this boy is the one I believe who unalived and killed Nolan Wells. He is the one I believe the sole responsible one because they are trying to protect him. He's trying to go to the NFL. ESPN has did clips and little clips on him about his football and how great he is. And they don't want him to not go to the NFL. That's why they're trying to protect him. They're trying to protect him from catching a case. But he brought it on himself. He lied and put his profile to Timbuktu, and then he's acting like he ain't had nothing to do when we hear it clearly in that boat tow call. We hear his name being called. Warren, Bart, and Wyatt. But y'all, let's continue.
Punt or good field goal, I just chased that again.
Now, outside of this audio that has now placed Edmiston at the center of what happened to Wells, there already appears to have been a paper trail on him. As revealed by several sources, Edmiston met with the police, and his boat's GPS data was also pulled. In the several reports,
Oh, see, they got his GPS data, y'all. They got the GPS data, and he did meet with the cops. So if you're saying that you're in Timbuktu, why do you need to meet with the cops, sir? You see how much they lie, y'all? If you was in Timbuktu, why in the Waka Flocka Flame did you have to go to the police and talk to them about Nolan Wells being killed on the boat? That don't make sense, right? Drake Stats Mustache, hey nephew, Drake Stats Mustache says that man looks old. He looks like a pop already, don't he? He look like he got about 4 grandchildren. But y'all, let's continue.
it goes on to say that Edmiston provided an investigator with his driver's license and boat registration card. Now, as we stated in our most recent report, we are certain that the FBI and investigators have the necessary tools to confirm what was said in the background during the emergency call to end all speculation.
Y'all, let me say this. I think all the YouTubers and TikTokers and social media people, Don Lemon, we got Secret Service Sam, they're doing more investigating than the FBI. I mean, why is that? They're doing more investigating than the officials over there, the authorities in Mississippi. Is this why everybody else is doing their investigation? Because the authorities in Mississippi is not wanting to do investigation? Do y'all know that the authorities, the governor, and the people in Mississippi is trying to tell Ben Crump and his law firm to basically get out of here? Because they don't want to uncover what really happened, because they are paying. What's that saying? You gotta pay to play. This is what they're doing. They are trying to cover this up by paying this person, paying that person, paying the towboat, probably paying the towboat operator. I'm telling you, all these things are going to be revealed and it's coming out. But y'all, let's continue.
But until that happens, Edmiston now sits in the spotlight, as Wells' family and supporters continue to ask questions on how did a 6'1" athlete vanish amongst a crowd of hundreds of people and then be later washed ashore in the area he was last seen, with no witnesses coming forward when he was first reported to be missing. Now, as mentioned by state officials, the investigation on the mysterious death of Nolan Wells is ongoing, but it appears that the longer that they wait and bits of information comes out, only creates an environment for more speculation. As far as what should happen next, people like former Mississippi Judge Carlos Moore are expecting arrests to be made soon. On his Facebook, Moore would write, "We need some arrests this week."
Hey, Guylations, how are you? Guylations says, hey, sis, been working, miss you too. Welcome. And I know we ain't been on here in a while. We've been busy, had to move, we had to get situated, and we're still not finished. But I've been so busy, so this is my first live. That's why there's not that many people in the building. YouTube is playing with my people tonight, but we're going to keep on going because we're trying to get justice for Nolan Wells, y'all. Let's continue.
Now, across parts of social media, many will take to TikTok and elsewhere to share their reaction to the newly highlighted audio and their thoughts on what needs to happen. What to think?
Let's wait for this commercial. But yeah, these people are trying to cover up, and now they're trying to talk bad about Nolan Wells, trying to paint him to be this like terrible little boy. But what we do know is they say that, you know, these boys, they were not only thank you, Guylations, sending a super chat. Thank you, Guylations, thank you. They are saying that these boys were on the, the white powder and that they were drinking. And if that's, the case, who provided that for them? They're underage. They were all under 21. Who provided these drugs and alcohol for them? Somebody else needs to be charged too. Hey, Purple Flower, how are you? Welcome. Let's continue, y'all. Let's continue. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. Uh-oh.
For more expert kind of level, so like Nancy Grace, and she's bringing all these experts and confirming transcripts that I've heard from other creators on here that isolated some of the voice on there. Yeah, well, this Bart guy, he's strangled Nolan. That's from that. And this is why also with the second autopsy, they said that parts of his neck, the organs inside were missing. I think they're trying to cover up that he was strangled.
Well, if your audio came out from that told this back, I want y'all asked in jail. From dad to wife to that damn mom who was that judge. Y'all knew something happened to Nolan Wells. Look, in that she told dispatch call before somebody picked up, can we cover it up? You killed him. He's already dead. No.
Is she not having a whole class? I mean, she's doing a whole lecture. That's what I'm talking about. We're trying to get justice for Nolan Wells. Put hearts in the chat for Nolan Wells, y'all. We're going to get justice for Nolan Wells' family and for Nolan.
Look, damn it, Bart. I think one guy did it.
TY, thank you for the super chat. Thank you guys for y'all support. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you. And for those, you guys can just smash the like button. That's free, y'all. But I appreciate the super chats. Thank you. Thank you.
Look, random. Oh, they panicking. They need to be in jail by tonight.
Yeah.
You're about to get everything that's coming to you. But what's getting me is the fact that why is the internet solving this case before the sheriff's office?
Facts.
That's what gets me. Y'all were so quick to declare that there was no foul play. Just an accident.
Exactly.
And look what we're turning up here.
There's things that seem weird there, and it's still, to me, you were in the location where his body was found, very close to where his body was found, and that's when you called for help, and your grandfather called to cancel help, and there were 7 people on the boat, and there's some commotion in the background, and it doesn't sit right with me. Like I said, boating culture, I don't know how you leave with 7 people in a boat full of water. And I also don't know how you leave with 7 people and not a boat full of water and end up not going very far, because they're still right off the west tip, and having a boat full of water. I need somebody to explain to me how that happened in calm seas with a boat that was operational.
Fact seeker.
To know, Wells will be found 2 days later in the same part of the island where these now boats would depart from, adding to more coincidences that point out a cover-up for some. Let's talk about more in the comments below. Now that we re-listened to the audio, does it still capture what may have been Nolan's final moments, or does it capture a frantic situation and frustration settling in, calling someone to yell "damn Bart," as well as a young lady crying out for fear of a sinking boat? Reporting live from Irish Club, Friday Plus News, I'm John Allen.
Wow, that's so crazy, y'all. That is crazy. They're trying to cover this whole thing up. The governor, the DA, and y'all, I don't know if this was true or not, but shout out to Willie D. Willie D did a video where he made a call to the hotline, and then when he made a phone call to the hotline, it went to Ashley, the Judge Ashley, which is Warren's mother's work voicemail. So I'm like, how in the world is that possible? But y'all, this case has been taking all kind of twists, all kind of turns. But one thing is for sure, 2 things is for certain. I believe that they really went on that boat where they beat him up and then they threw his body in water. Point blank period. That's just my opinion. But y'all, let's listen. Let me play this. Let's listen to this guy. He is like some type of like psychotherapist, I believe. But y'all, let's listen to him and see what he has to say.
A ton of footage related to Nolan Wells' friends being interviewed. 2 of them have now done interviews, or at least their interviews have been released. And there's one red flag that stands out to me above all else. The single most concerning red flag for me as a practicing clinician who's been working with clients for over 20 years and has sat with lots and lots of people, there's one thing that they are doing or actually not doing and not saying that is alarming to me. Before I explain what it is, I do want to say, I am not saying that these boys are guilty of committing a crime. I don't know what happened that day, and I can't say for sure that
Hey,
they
Alfreda,
did
welcome.
any role in Nolan Wells' death. But what I will say is some of the information that is coming out as they do these interviews and some of the things that they're saying and some of the details. I mean, some of these things are very suspicious and should.
They are very suspicious in nature. Like, I can't believe Tatum Batum, the MAGA plantation worker that his wife put him on, is asking these kids, well, did you unalive Nolan? Did you kill him? Did you have anything to do with that? Why are you asking them boys that? Why are you asking them that? That's weird to me. That's crazy. Like, why didn't they go to the police with that? And if so, if they did, because remember they lawyered up. They all got lawyers like immediately. Why did they get lawyers? The only reason why they got lawyers is because they know that something happened on the boat. And they know that one of them boys is responsible, if not a couple of them, which I believe it's a couple of them. I believe Warren White and Bart are the ones who unalived him, beat him up, kicked him in the back of his head, and then throw him in the water. That's just me, my opinion, and I'm entitled to my opinion, right? But y'all, I'm telling you, these boys are lying and setting up this situation to where they're trying to be the victims of this. Can y'all believe that? They're trying to be the victims of this situation. Y'all, it is crazy. Alfreda says, yes, it's strange. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Bruce says, why they got lawyers. Galatians says, they were jealous of Nolan. Yes, they were super jealous of Nolan. They wanted to be Nolan. They wanted to be, Nolan, for one, he was a good football player. And he was about to go to college or do something with football. And I believe they were jealous of that. And on top of that, of course, Katie was dating Bart before I guess he started kind of interacting with Nolan. So it's very suspicious that he is a kicker on, with the football team, and that Nolan had some damage behind his head, right? Purple Flower says the dates are supposed to be between July 2nd to 6th. Yes, that too. The dates are wrong. Then they said that he was they last seen Nolan, I believe, I want to say, don't quote me on this, like at 3 something or something like that. Then at like 4:30, they said something. It's like all this stuff is like really, really convoluted. Their timelines, their timestamps, everything is crazy. But shout out to the lady who was an engineer. She's like I think a sound engineer or something like that. She went, I believe it was on her TikTok, and she put all the stuff, like the enhancements, all the stuff that was in the background. She was able to make it basically hear it clearer and louder. And then she made I guess a video, I believe, where she could see the words that were in the background that the people were screaming on the boat and saying on the boat, like, wait, Nolan, wake the F up, and all this other stuff. She was able to bring it and put the words and do a video with that. So now with that, today, you got people attacking her for doing that. It's crazy. You guys are attacking people. You're even attacking Nolan's mom, going on there on social media. Have y'all seen that? Put a 1 in chat if y'all seen that. They were going over there on social media and putting comments in Nolan's mother's work page or whatever, saying all kind of stuff that she don't, I need to find another doctor, this, that, and the third. And I want to say, y'all little nasty stank bees, she don't want to look at y'all little stank kitty cats anyway. Go find another doctor. You won't be getting the best service that she offers you anyway. She don't even probably know y'all little stink funky kitty cats. probably smelling like the bottom of the ocean floor. So who cares? Y'all can leave whatever comments because they said she's not even working no more. So I'm telling you, they are disgusting. How are you attacking a mother who's grieving that lost their child, and then here you are going on her on her platform at work or wherever I think at the hospital that she works at. Now also I believe Warren's one of their other parents are also doctors. They all I believe work in the same even for the same hospital or something like that. But are you serious? You guys are sitting here harassing his mother after she's sitting here grieving. She can't even probably grieve or she can't grieve in peace because y'all going over there putting stuff on there. And I'm like, y'all little stank, ho, 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 Merry Christmases. She don't want to be checking up after you anyway on the medical side. Ain't no telling what y'all got. Y'all probably got the package, got the herpes, the syphilis, and gonorrhea, and STDs and stuff like that. She probably need a whole gas mask to go take care of y'all little stink behinds. And y'all gonna have the nerve to put something up on social media. Oh, I need to find another doctor. I don't trust her, blah, blah. She shouldn't be trusting you and your stinky vaginas. I mean, y'all, come on, let's be for real. You sitting there trying to think that it's funny to put her, a bad stuff up there about her. How about they find your job and go put some bad stuff up on your job where you work at? And what if she was to go over there and tell them your kitty cat is stinking, is funky, and I hope none of these men up here has been sleeping with you because she probably got the package. I'm just saying, what if she wanted to do a turnaround, Queen? Purple Flowers is laughing, Queen. I'm telling you, this is why I try not to cuss on my platform, y'all, because I'm telling you, I will cut them down like so low, like really, like I have just a terrible mouth when it comes to stuff like that. I'm telling you, I will cuss them out like good old fashioned style. I mean, like a razor blade sharp tongue. I'm telling you, my tongue is nothing nice. And I be trying to behave myself, y'all. But these type of people will make the tongue, come out the closet and back out of retirement. Because I'm telling you, people will, until you say something and you cut them up like you need to cut them up, this is when they will stop picking and trying to mess with you. But when you cuss them out good old fashioned style, cut them like a razor blade sharp, that's maybe when they will back off. Because see, she's mourning right now. She speaks very well. She's very professional. And see, some white people that are racist, they don't like that. Because a black person is not supposed to be educated. You're not supposed to have a house, not supposed to have nice cars, not supposed to be, working these great jobs. They're supposed to be working at Walmart or McDonald's or cleaning toilets. This is how they think. And a white older lady even said this on one of her TikToks. I think her TikTok or Facebook or Instagram, I can't remember. But they were saying how white people who are racist, because not all white people are racist, right? We got Secret Service Sam, shout out to him. He's been trying to help the black community bring attention to all this stuff that the black community is, going through. But these white racists, they want black people, they want them to need them. They want to make sure that they try to hold them down. Like, you're not supposed to have this job as a doctor, a nurse, or whatever. You're supposed to be the bottom of the barrel. You're not supposed to be like, up here with us. Like, no, you're not supposed to be up here like us. That's how they treat you, and that's how they act. Purple Flower says, I completely understand. I'm the same way. Yes, Purple Flower. Like, people think that just because I'm like, I am a great person in life. I'm a great person, the most respectful person, cool, calm, relaxed. But once you press my button to a certain limit, like you keep on pressing and poking, that's when it will come out. Like, really, like the Gemini twin, that I have to lock her in the closet, but she may have to come out every once in a while. You have to cuss them jokers out. You got to pop up and show them ninjas where you're really coming from. because they will come and they will cut up with you, right? Those racist ones, like even, and we have racists in our community too. We have a Stephen A. Smith. We have Race Batum Tatum. And there's a couple of other ones that are out there that don't even like their own skin that they're in. And they will go and do everything they can to go against the grain to talk bad about their own community, especially in a time like this. And I'm surprised that Stephen A. Smith, y'all, oh my God. Y'all, oh alopecia. Can y'all believe he went up with Nancy Grace? And y'all know Nancy Grace, she's, a piece of work too. I'm so shocked that Nancy Grace is even speaking up for Nolan Wells. I'm so shocked that even Nancy Grace is speaking up for Nolan Wells. I'm shocked. And she came up there today and she was saying, guess what she was saying, y'all? She said, oh, they're over there on my ex and they just, all these horrible comments. Oh, you getting the comments too, Nancy? Because you trying to help figure out the situation along with all the black community, and now you're getting catching all kind of HE double hockey sticks from your own people. Wow. Yeah, but they're attacking. People are attacking everybody that's talking about Nolan Wells. You got the racist MAGAs coming in everybody's chats. They're coming in mine. They're coming in everybody's chats, talking crazy and saying, oh, you're a racist. They even called Nolan Wells' mom a racist. And do y'all see? I can feel her spirit, how such a loving mother, wife, PD, what she is, I forget what her job is, not doctor, but whatever her job is in the medical field, you can tell that she's a great person, a loving person, takes great care of her patients and really actually cares. Because some people, they don't care. That some doctors and, nurses and stuff, medical people, they don't care. That's like a job. I'm just here to basically turn and burn these patients and get a paycheck. But you can tell she really is sincere about what she does. You could tell that. You could tell when a person is nasty, don't care, they don't want to do their job. They just there to get a paycheck and stuff like that. They half behind, do it, probably be just writing notes, just to write notes to hurry up and pass to the next patient. So that's crazy. Alfreda says Nolan's mother is sweet. Yes, you could tell she's super sweet. Purple Flower says, Queen, you heard about the social media starting August, social media fast starting August 1st to the 7th. She's a nurse. Okay, nurse practitioner. Thank you, Purple Flower. Yeah, she's a nurse practitioner. But no, I didn't hear about the social media fast starting August 1st to the 7th. But I'm gonna still be on here. And I've been doing, I haven't went live yet because, like I said, we've been doing a lot. We've been doing a lot lately. But we're trying to get situated. That's why you hear an echo here in the studio, because we haven't put it together. Purple Flash. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. I can't look it up right now while I'm live. Purple Flower, but I'll look it up after I get off. Matter of fact, let me screenshot that. Hold on real quick. Let me screenshot it so I can remember. Okay, hold on. I was trying to screenshot it. Hold on, Purple Flower. Oh. Okay, oh, there we go. Okay, I was trying to screenshot it. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I had to screenshot it because I can't look it up right now. It pops right up. Oh yeah, but I'm on my phone, so I can't pop, it won't pop up. I mean, I can't go off and come back. But I look it up, I took a screenshot. But yeah, and YouTube is playing because I haven't been on here live. So y'all, of course, is really playing with my emotions. But I've been doing shorts. I've been on TikTok. I've been on Instagram and Facebook. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So y'all follow me there. But yeah, it's crazy. But needless to say, we found out today that Bart basically was dating Katie. And Katie... she was basically, I guess, in some kind of I don't know, I can't say boyfriend girlfriend relationship with Nolan. Maybe they were chatting and liked each other or something. Maybe she liked him, and who's to say? Katie might have been like, let me Bart, he is abusive, he's a narc, allegedly. I'm just saying. I imagine her probably not liking Bart anymore because Bart was a piece of work. Bart was a piece of work, I bet. But I'm telling you, it's also crazy. But y'all, I'm not gonna stay on here long because YouTube is playing with my people. So I'm gonna go on and go live again probably tomorrow maybe. I'm gonna leave this live up because it is doing the most on the coast. So I need to warm my algorithm back up. But I'll probably do some Nolan Wells videos and put them up because like I said, YouTube is playing with my emotions. So yeah, it's crazy. But y'all, I'm not gonna keep y'all. Thank you for stopping by. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys for the gifts. Thank y'all for hitting the live. Thank y'all for coming in, even though we only got a little bit of people in here, but we still gonna be putting our foot down, talking about Nolan, and still bringing awareness to this situation with Nolan. So y'all, like, share, subscribe, share my video, which is probably not going to be much, but anywho, we're going to continue to warm up the algorithm. But y'all, I will see y'all in the next video. Have a good night. Love you guys, and see y'all later. Good night. Bye bye. Purple Flower, Fredo, everybody in the building. Have a good night. Love you guys. Bye bye.